My name is Kevin Wyke. I'm a junior marketing major and I studied abroad in Rome, Italy. I studied abroad for 8 weeks last summer.
My name is Maddie Benner. I studied abroad in Sydney, Australia the spring of 2014 and I'm a junior now. I did it through Global Links Learning Abroad.
My name is Kyle Phillips. I am a senior here at Westchester. I'm an international relations major. I studied in Berlin, Germany for a semester.
My name's Colleen Cummings and I'm a senior at Westchester University. I studied abroad originally in the summer of 2013 with a 3-week program on a Media in Ireland course. I loved it so much I ended up going back for a semester abroad through CIS.
My name is Ryan Brown and I'm a senior and I studied abroad in Barcelona for a full semester through ISA.
My name is Corey Amenta. I'm a senior this year. I studied abroad in Rome, Italy, July in the summer, and I went through CIS abroad.
I'm Alex Harmon and I'm a junior and I studied through Global Links. I went to Australia for about 6 months.
It was pretty simple. I went around, I got all my classes approved, and then when I got back I just went to the registrar's office and they cleared everything for me.
Usually if you plan ahead and you keep your gen eds open, then you're able to take up to 4 or 5 courses.
The department head helped me out. I just sent him the description of the classes and he said, okay, this one will work, this one will work, this one won't.
The courses didn't count towards my GPA, but they did count towards my degree.
So I decided to take Italian because I figured I was going to have to learn the language a little bit while I was there anyway, so that was definitely beneficial to my process of living and going to school in Rome. You don't want to be in the classroom too much, or you don't want to be studying. You obviously want to be out and enjoying all that the other country has to offer.
I only ended up having to take 3 classes because they transferred back 4 credits each. I took Australian history and Australian theater and learning. I wanted to learn more about the culture.
It was extremely manageable. Yeah, the classes were a small part of the experience and everything.
It was great, the classes, we went places and it wasn't just sitting in a classroom the entire time. It was manageable only because I met great friends, and you're in Italy.
Yes, they're way easier to do over there because you only have 2 grades, so the rest of the semester is spent studying.
I unfortunately didn't get out of the country, but I actually did that on purpose. 8 weeks definitely flies by and there's so much to do in Rome and in Italy. But I traveled all throughout Italy. I did a weekend in the Amalfi Coast, which is the island of Capri and Positano and Sorrento, Italy. I went to Tuscany for a weekend and did wine tasting.
For what's considered their fall break, I went to Bali, Indonesia, which was incredible. That gave me the culture shock I was really looking for, because it's a third world country, so it was a completely different experience. You could do anything for cheap. We got an hour massage and a mani-pedi for $18. Best massage I've ever had, best mani-pedi I've ever had, $18.
I had visited London when I went on the 3-week trip, and then later when I went back for a full semester I visited Scotland, Spain, France, and then a little bit around Ireland. So it was pretty cheap. They have a flight called Ryanair and you're able to pretty much go anywhere in Europe for a €20 round trip.
I went to Portugal for 2 weeks during our spring break. That's because I have family over there, so I stayed with them, which was nice because I'd never met any of them before. Then I went to Greece for 5 days by myself to a little Greek island called Mykonos.
To be honest, most people do speak English when you go abroad. I'm sure most places, or at least in Europe, pretty much everyone speaks English. But that's kind of a shame in a way that we were going to their country and then expecting them to speak our language. And I definitely think that the Italians appreciated us trying to speak their language. I'm sure at times we completely butchered it, but it definitely made it a little easier for them and more interesting for us.
No, I didn't. They speak English. It would almost be like they were speaking a different language because they use so many slang words. When they greet someone, they say, "Hello, how are you going?" And at first I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. And then I figured out it's, how are you?
Berlin's a very international city, so you could definitely get by without knowing any German, but that's no fun if you living there for 4 months, 5 months.
So everyone will speak English with an accent that can be fun or challenging to understand.
I went in there with the advanced level for Spanish, but then again my roommate went in there and he spoke no Spanish whatsoever. while over there. So like, we both got around fine.
I went to Italy knowing no Italian at all. I knew how to say ciao, and that was pretty much it.
I was like, all right, I'll take out one big loan, I'm gonna study abroad, and that'll be it.
It was pretty affordable for me. It wasn't much more money than living here for a semester.
There's always scholarships that the Center for International Studies can help you with, along with your program. I went with CIS Abroad, and they would offer a scholarship and an additional $500 if you were successful with the scholarship.
Studying abroad and going to a different country it sounds expensive, but it was not at all. It was totally manageable. I took out a small loan. I also applied for the WCU Study Abroad grant. I got that.
I did have to get a C or better.
Yes, I needed a 2.5 or above GPA.
Yes, through Global Links, you needed to have a 3.0 GPA, and you needed to be at least a sophomore.
There was a requirement of a 2.5 GPA.
I would say studying abroad definitely was hands down the most rewarding experience I've ever had throughout my life. Being 20 years old when I studied abroad, I thought America was the best way to go. We do everything the right way, which we do. I really love America, but it's just awesome to experience another culture, and you just learn things about yourself that you didn't otherwise know. And I would say I learned so much more studying abroad in those 8 weeks outside of the classroom than anything I've ever learned inside the classroom throughout my entire college career and throughout my entire schooling.
I think about it every day. It was a year ago this time that I was there, so I'm like, oh, right now I would be in Bali. Right now I would be going here, doing this. So like, if I had the opportunity, I'd definitely go back.
Really opened your world, literally and figuratively. I sort of stopped being narrow-minded and really globalized my worldview.
Since studying abroad, it has definitely changed my life. The first time I went, I fell in love with Ireland completely, so I knew I had to go back. I realized that I was eligible for Irish citizenship through descent, so if I had not taken that step to study abroad, I would not know that Europe was open to me at all.
I was kind of like, all right, I know I want to see the world, but like, can I actually do it? What it does is it builds a lot of self-confidence in yourself for anyone that goes abroad, because then you just sort of like, because you are it, that's like, you are your support structure.
Oh my gosh. I can't even begin to describe to you like how amazing it was. It changed my life. Hands down, the best experience of my college career.